Good morning. We have returned, well, I have returned, minus my small cameraman, to All Saints Church at Chilvers Coton because a few of you asked if I could look for certain names for you. So I am doing so, and my friend Ellie is over there also with the same list of names, and we're having a look around to see what we can find. So I'll just do a little video for you while I'm looking. Right, okay, so this part I don't think I looked in the last time I came. So we've got William, Love, that's Langford, Love and Mercy, Savage, can't really read some of these. That might say Bunny or Quinny, White, Horton, Taylor, Bradford, Wilmot, what's this one? Anne Emery Helps, that's an interesting name. Gibbs, Radford, I've said that, Lawrence, Albrighton, Snape, Herbert and Muriel Snape, Irene Harris, as Leonard and Emma Albrighton, and you can see once the traffic actually stops it's quite a quiet place, but as soon as the cars come back again, Turner, Thomas, that says, I think, Henry Thomas, no, well, not Thomas, Hickman, how could I get Thomas and Hickman, Moore, Everard, what's this one, Wilson, Fairfield. Now I can't really read that, but that might say Carpenter, but I could be wrong. So if you're looking in a graveyard, and hopefully next week I'll be able to go to Baxterley with Jackie. Unlike a municipal cemetery where it's all laid out very neatly and the graves seem to have reference numbers, and that churchyards tend not to, and there will just be there'll just be a map maybe of who's buried where, and it's slightly more higgledy-piggledy. So let's just see. Jacobs, Jacombs, Lawrence, Shepherd, Dillon, Johnson, Pickering. I know there's quite a few Pickerings in Nuneaton. What else have we got? Radford, Lloyd, Derby, Moore, Whitehall, John Archibald Leake, that rings a bell for some reason. Emery, there's some Emerys in Nuneaton. Stanley, son of George Blanchard and Mary Ann Elston. And also George Blanchard Elston. Okay. Leeson. There's a few Leesons. I know there's some Leesons in Bedworth. Gosling. Let's see, what have we got here? So some of these are actually really hard to read. Ryman, Cyril Ryman, and that one is Oaks. Grindrod. Now that is an unusual name. Fulford. And who have we got here? I think I've looked at some of these. Lloyd, Gascoigne. squirrel. No, it's not a named squirrel. We have a squirrel sat on top of a grate. Oh, he's found something to eat. Nixon. He's on the Nixon stone. West. What else? Darley. Gunn. Emma Jane Gunn. And she died in 1934. Okay. You've got an interesting wall here as well. Right, then let's see what we can see here. Right, Jarman. Oh, that's a shame. We can't see who's on that one because it's fallen over. That's a bit of a shame. Morton. West. John Thomas West. Thing is, when you've got a graveyard like this, how do we know how they're set out? We don't really without the map. I don't have a map. Charles Morris and Mary Morris. And yeah, take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye not know when the time is. Mark 18, 33. Rosa Wright. Got flowers there. Storer. I have storers in my tree, as you might have realised from my video the other day. George Blower, I think. In memory of our dear parents, William Essex. Miller Chip. Jesse. Conrad. I can't read that. Hone, Hone. That's an interesting name as well. It's not one I've heard. Okay, we've got Whitehall there. Abraham Smart. Now, there's quite a few here. I'm assuming that these are all the cremations. Beardmore, Allen, Compton, Taylor, Bramley, Wood, Clark, Morton, Gosling, Dowell. We've got Millerchip here, Woodcock, Liliar Woodcockney Jeffs. Now that is a good stone if you're looking to try and find out if they're in your tree. Whoever put that on, bonus points to you, I think. Simpson, Pitchford, Bennett, Holmes. Sorry, whoever I've just might have walked over. Jones. Can't really see that one either. It might be Burton. Beale, Hudson, Gascoigne, Terry, Liggins, Millington, Holland, Bray, Malabone, Horton, Millington, Swift, Fry, Carpenter, Moore Jones, Ellis, Hollingsworth. This is a Clark with an E. Wells, Snow, Hobson, Harris, Dorothy Pearl Harris, Thomas, Elizabeth Johnson. So this one is Dave and Reen Law. As you can see, some of them are so much clearer. Alexander Horatio Morby, Webster, Jessett, Addison, Cart, West, Payne, Webster, Elliot, Sheriff, Askins, Marsden, Elvidge, Dimsky. Okay, and then we're back to the older one, so Hobday. Now I know there's some Hobdays in Coventry. So good morning if you are watching. We've got Hutchinson, Wilson. Right, I'm going to stop the video in a moment and reconvene with a second part of this a bit later, she says. Now getting a bit interesting again. Right. Now it's a shame that some of these stones are broken, but I think it's part of the way things were put together. So we've got James Birch, Taylor, Millington. Let's go over here. So these are all, well, I want to say new. They're not that new, are they? So we've got Olive, Harris, Sarah Jane Roberts, Nathaniel Rose, Henry Harris, Percy and Abel, Olner. So we do have Olners in Nuneaton. Mavis Doreen Gunn. There's another Leeson there, and a Hone as well. Do you have Hones in your tree? It'd be interesting to see if anyone researching has got the name Hone. Hone. Lloyd. What else? There's some more Clarks. Feltwell, I can see. Bates. Twaddle. Twaddle. That's another unusual name. I wouldn't say it was a Gallimore. Branston. I hope I am pronouncing some of these right. And please forgive me if I'm not. I think that, I can't read that one. Hardy. This is 1951-61. I think we've got Joy Oswald Malabone, William Henry Moore and his wife Sarah. So when we came the other day, I didn't really pay that much attention to some of the names. So we've got Matts, Collins, Brooks, Lee. Okay, Jackie, I'm back at All Saints Church at Chilvers Coton because a few people had put some comments on my other video regarding family members that they've got here. So we're having, me and my friend Ellie are having a look round while our girls are playing football to see if we can find any and take some pictures for them. But I thought I'd do a little bit more of a video because my trusty cameraman's not here, or camera girl, and she does tend to have her own agenda. Right, okay, what have we got here? Harrison, Moore, Hewitt, Thompson. Oh, and you've got Hone in your tree. That's interesting. Parker, Wilson, Albert Wilson and Rose Wilson, Ward. Oh, somebody's Baker, Dunn, Herbert Victor Hayes, Peter Edwin Robinson, Ruby Vinnie Robinson, Stringer, Lord. See, I think Lord is a very northern name. We've got Lords in our tree, in my husband's tree, up in Lancashire. Suffolk. I think that says Walton. I think that says West. Hartshorn, or Hartshorn, however you say that. Plant and Wallbank. We've got over there Bailey and Pearson, Minter, Maynard, Sykes, Hughes, Smith, Saunders, more Sykeses, Beasley, Thompson, Bailey, Lakin, Cox, Timson, Grimmett. It looks like it says Grimmett. Morris. So let's see what we've got here. Let's have a Holmes, Horton, Lapworth, Bickham, Bircher, Cooper, Ward, Bull. And we got up the end Sheldon. So when I came the other day, we didn't look at this side of the cemetery really, with me and Emily. Morris, Burbridge, Smith, Craddy. I can honestly say I've not heard of that one. And again, somebody's put Eileen Nee Lloyd, which is a brilliant thing to put on your headstone. David George Colenso, Ledger, Barton, Malabone. There's quite a lot of Malabones in Bedworth and the Neaton area. Bown, Clark, Middle, Healy. No, we've not found it yet. Deacon. Bayliss, right, there's Lloyd, Morton, Goodwin. Yeah, I've looked down there. Rowley. Lots of Rowleys. And so I came in sort of, yeah, so I'll show you where so I've done most of it over there outside the church, so I'm just doing a live video. Okay. So that my people can see us. So I sort of came in behind that tree and did over there. So it's this bit, although to be honest, once you get to there, we're then into the old stones. Yeah, so it could be a cremation. There's some cremations, and there's some other cremations around there, but there's also a whole massive bit of the cemetery over there. Well, do you want to, should we just carry on? If I go over that bit, and do you want to look at this bit?
If I go this side of the line.
Yeah, and I'll go over the other side of the line. Try not to... Oh, that one's kept very nice. What's that? Christabel Harrison, Bertha Christabel, Varney, Cole. Right, let's have a look here. So we've got Hall, Cook, Bates, Holman, Clues, Grubb. I mean, it could be that there's no headstone, which would be a shame, or... Well, that one looks like it's been looked after a bit. And we've got Marshall, Clark, Whitehead, Biggs, Gilks, Henry Gilks. I mean, there is a chance I could have still walked past it. Still not sure where. It's obvious that there must be graves here, but there's no stones. Wilson, which has not looking in the best. Right, so we looked at this bit, didn't we? There's Feltwell, and there's Twaddle, John Logan Twaddle, and Bates, and then, oh, that said William Coton and Miriam Watson Coton, Allsop. So we're now sort of back into the older ones, sort of, but it is quite random, I must admit. Right, let's have a look at some of these bits. So here's another storer. Who knows, could be one of mine. We're in the we're in the Neaton. Again, we've got a big patch of land here with no stones, so, and it's very difficult to really know where you're walking. Okay, more Rowleys, Woods, Fletcher. So let's have a look at some of these older, interesting ones. Sarah, that's Saunders. Gervais Rainey Pennington, vicar of the parish. Now that's very nice that he's that. Daniel Smith. Isaac Pearson Evans. And Sarah. So, not Hamlin. There's some more stories there. Abraham Shute. That's an interesting name. Shute. Evans, Brunt, Dorman, War Dorman, Porter, Raybottom, Brunt, Crowshaw. So this is where me and Emily were the other day. Okay, let's just check the time. Right, okay, we've got about 10 minutes maximum. Looks like there's a steam there, which is an unusual name. We've got about 10 minutes. I'm gonna get, there's a load of newer ones up here, so Turvey, Rain, Pritchard, Malabone, Steptoe, Wykes. Okay, let's have a... I hope that this isn't too boring for you. Well, it can't be too boring, otherwise you wouldn't be watching it, which sort of goes without saying. Gun. Is that Gun or Cun? Gun. Farnell. Willis. Okay, Letts. Wood. So I didn't really look at these ones. Cook, Burton. Taylor. Lawrence. Blackwell. Frisbee. Morris. Knight. Ridgway. Rymel. Proctor. Green. More Malabones. Kent. Peter Jeffrey Mears. Under a tree. White. Butler. Morton. Morris. Idden. Now that's an interesting name. Idden. Okay. So I'm trying to find a couple of graves as a request, and so far we're failing you quite dramatically. George Morris, Morale, Sinclair, Mackenzie, Blaisley, Llewellyn, Bull, Coates, Jarman. Oh, blooming midges now. Sidwell, Clay, Colin Thompson. There's a whale over there. Name, not a person. Hutt, Moore, Harris, Horn, Mosley, Johnson. Now I've got to be careful because I'm going to get attacked by a tree. Knight, Bannister, Parsons, Harris, Bishop. Now you see there's a stone there and there, so I'm not really sure what's gone on there. Seawood, Edmund, Storer again, Cox, Meehan. Oh, I don't know how to say that. I'm not even going to try because I don't want to mispronounce something. So that's C-S-A-P-L-A-R. Yeah, it could be that one of those letters is silent, or put them together and they make something else. Tasker. Right, okay. Parker. Wood. Norris. There's me thinking a quick visit to the churchyard today. Yeah, it won't take me long. Right. Now, we came down here the other day, but I didn't get a chance to look at quite a lot of these stones. Right, Haywood and Horton over there. Carvel. So we didn't go over this way, did we? I'm glad you're missing Emily's input, because I'm not. She's bless her. She talks more than I do. Right, and that's saying something. Right, Nottingham there, Otley. Oh, look at that little grave. Deeming, Pratt, Barber. Oh, so is the proper name then a Tafferfoyle? Huh, that's a, if that's how you say it, that's an interesting name. I didn't know there was a proper name for people lurking around graveyards like me. Just tell you a quick anecdote. On my honeymoon with my husband, we spent some of it in Lancashire, where his family are from, and part of our honeymoon I had him prowling around graveyards looking for his relatives, and we did actually find some of them. So yeah, that goes back 10 years now. So there's Jakes, Ison, Upton, Kent, Shepherd, Hood, Kelly, Rayson, Gunn, George Tomes Gunn, Baker. So, well, I'm glad that, I mean, we've had, at one point there were 7 people watching this video, and the videos are also being put onto YouTube as well. I've got a YouTube channel that I'm putting them on. But I've noticed that if I do a pre-recorded video and then try and upload it, it doesn't quite work. So I'm having to do live videos. Okay, so I've got, oh, this is SGN Sergeant, maybe, don't know. Frederick James Hood, RSC, died of wounds received in France, September the 9th, 1944. Yeah, so don't know why he hasn't got a proper war grave. There's got to be a reason. Moores, Bentley, Bannisters, Carpenters, Wright, Parsons, Thacker. That just makes me think of Yes Minister. Okay. Apparently there's a proper name for people that look at gravestones.
Is there?
I think it's a Tafferfoyle.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought I was odd. Here's one of the ladies, Jackie. She watches quite a lot of these stones, and she's missing Emily's input. Because Emily likes to, although we've been distracted a lot with moths and bees and flies and squirrels and things. So there's a lot of very old graves there, stones there that obviously are not with their graves anymore. So, and then we do have this is the memorial garden, which is quite nice. So yeah, these are all the new cremations. So I looked at these the other day, and there's a couple of stones there. I can't read anything on that one, and can't really read much on this one either. It's sort of like, I'd like to clean things down, but I then worry that I'm going to do some damage.
Make it even more legible.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't really know that much about stone and types of stone. So, what's that? Winter, and then let's have a look at this one. I didn't look at this one the other day. Ooh. Mary Taylor, wife of George Taylor. There you are. And Winters. Payne, spelled P. Is that Payne? Yeah, Paine. It's 10 to 11, not 11. The clock's fast. church clock's fast. But it is a very nice church, so thank you for watching, and I hope you've gained some more information.